Welcome everyone, you're on Corn This Way. Happy Labor Day, Nebraska. Hope you have a day off today. Hope you're enjoying the day, right? We call this the Hangover Monday edition. It's what we do on Mondays on Corn This Way, discussifying what happened over the weekend. Positive, Nebraska volleyball, of course, right? 2 sweeps, rolling forth, using the old double setter situation there. It's a luxury you have when you have that much talent. It's a nice thing. Business gonna pick up this week, right? Wednesday night, how exciting is this going to be? CHI Center here in Omaha, Creighton and Nebraska, 2 ranked teams. I took a gander at the Ticketmaster earlier, pretty damn full. There are a few seats left. Hey, here's the deal. They're going to try to set the NCAA record for regular season attendance on a volleyball game. All right? Excuse my ignorance. Go buy a ticket. Fill that damn place up. That is going to be a cool atmosphere. We'll have more about that this week. Now, you might have a hangover because you're trying to figure out what the hell is going on with Nebraska football. Perplexing weekend, right? That's all you can say. But hey, at least they won, right? There's the standard right now. They won the damn game because at halftime, it didn't feel that way. Oh my God, how did you feel at that point? Yeah, we were sitting here watching the game going, this cannot happen. This is a freaking nightmare. We're going to wake up from it in a few seconds. This actually isn't happening, right? Is that the one where you're at the game and you pull the old, hey man, I'm going to go get a hot dog here. I'll be right back. And you just keep walking right out the damn gate, right? Because you don't want to be there to see that happen. I feel that. I've been there. But hey, they won the game, but we got to get into what's going on. So I thought, here's what we're going to do on a Hangover Monday. A little GBR, GBU. That's right. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's get into it and start, of course, with the namesake, the good. All right, here's a very positive one. You got to feel good about this one, right? The AG. The Attorney General of the Nebraska backfield at this point, that's right, Anthony Grant had a hell of a game. Frankly, he's had 2 really good games, right? We heard all offseason and in the preseason about how good they thought Nebraska's running backs were. And they're right. They really are. But in terms of the close race between who's starting, I don't think it's there right now, right? Did you see that? Anthony Grant deserves the lion's share of the carries right now with the way he's playing on the field. Very, very strong performance. And hey, let's be blunt, right? Without him on Saturday, do they win that game? I don't know. Either way, AG had to feel pretty good after the game. Here's what he had to say.
I'm not really surprised. I just, I stayed down and, all the work I put in, I knew I could, I knew I could do it. So I just really followed God about it and kept faith. And, trusted my work ethic and, what I've always did.
Well, I'll tell you this, Anthony. I hope the play calling keeps having faith in you, right? Because he is fun to watch in the open field. Damn, there was some cool looking moves there. Feed that dude, right? Nebraska can run the ball. Good things are going to happen, right? Basic football 101. That is most definitely the good from the win over North Dakota. Now on to the bad. The first half offense after that first drive. My God. I'm not making stuff up. You heard Scott Frost say it on halftime at the Big Ten Network. It's bad. Yes, it was. I don't know what happened at halftime, but whatever that coaching staff did, kudos to you because crap was looking pretty damn dark, right? We don't know what happened in there. We don't know what happened with play calling in the second half, right? That's a question as well. Here's what Scott Frost had to say after the game.
This team can be a great team. It's not right now, and that was my message to them. So that puts us in a perfect position to have the potential to be good, but know that we got a lot of work to do and a lot of things to fix. I'm not ever going to get into that, but all I'll say is we got a lot of smart people on the staff, and the more we can cooperate, the better we're going to be.
Okay, and that second part of that answer is when someone asked him who called plays in the second half. And what he said, that was the right answer. Don't tell us. I know, sacrilegious for a media person to say, hey, don't tell us things. But if you open up Pandora's box of displeasures right there, here comes all the raven, the vultures, everything's going to circle above. Don't tell us what happened there. I think all Nebraska fans care is that they, won the game, right? You can spin a 20-side dice and pick out plays for all I give a crap. If you win, it's a lot easier to get away with those things. It's when you lose that those questions are going to arise. But damn, that had to be a moment during halftime, didn't it? Let's be blunt, right? Fix it or forget it. I mean, you don't say that to the kids, obviously, but you have to be thinking that in your head. You either come out in the second half or fix this or it's done. I'm not being dramatic. That's probably the end of the Frost era at Nebraska. Maybe not immediately, but that would have done it. You can't lose to an FCS team at home. So you know what? Good job. They at least won the game and got it fixed. Maybe that's a little positive momentum, especially with the good we mentioned above with Anthony Grant. Hopefully they get that fixed. Because here's the deal. We get into the ugly, right? I know. Here we go. Down emo road with Z again. Here's my concern. I'm an idiot, but here's my concerns. This is the ugly for Nebraska. The tape or film accumulating on Nebraska's defense is concerning to me. Okay? We expected this to be one of the strongest units on the team, and it just hasn't been. The first half and even part of the second half was scary against North Dakota, wasn't it? They were able to control the ball. Look at the time of possession. My God. And that's what got Nebraska in trouble, because then their offense struggled, and then they were in a 7-7 game going into the locker room. Here's the deal. Football is full of smart people, really smart people, a hell of a lot smarter than me. You can scheme. Most of these dudes, regardless of where they're coaching at, can scheme up an opponent. Sometimes you just don't have the dudes to pull it off, right? Whether it be roster size, recruiting, skill position, you name it, you just don't have the dudes to pull it off. But rarely are they just so off basis with their scheme, right? And that's what's concerning to me. Because an FCS team, and that's not an insult to North Dakota at all, it's just the truth. They are an FCS team, right? They were able to use their scheme for a hell of a lot longer than anyone was comfortable with in that stadium. That's concerning. Let's hear what Scott Frost had to say kind of on that subject matter.
We knew we needed to get ahead so they couldn't milk the clock, and we didn't. So we kind of played right into their hands. I don't think they could have asked for a better situation than tied at halftime. And luckily we came out and did what we were supposed to do in the third quarter. Otherwise we wouldn't have had very many snaps at all.
And there you go, right? That was the concern. If the offense struggles and the defense can't get the football back, well, you know where that equation ends up at. And you have to ask yourself, right? How many wins are left on this schedule if this is the performance level you're going to get? Scary, isn't it? Now, I know they got better in the second half. Garrett Nelson played his ass off. That dude's a warrior, right? But, hey, Georgia Southern this week, not an FCS team. Division I, first-year head coach, Clay Helton, smart dude, right? Coached at USC. Their quarterback, he's been in the stadium. Not going to be intimidated by it. Kyle Van Treese, remember him? Yeah, played for Buffalo. Actually, one of the wins on Scott Frost's career as a Husker head coach. But regardless, you hope they mature in a hurry, like in about 6 days flat, because you don't want that happening. And then let's not even get into what's next on the schedule after that, right? We can't handle that today. I've already gotten too negative as it is. But regardless, you hope they clean that up in a hurry, because like we said, the margin of error is gone with this team. They have to perform. Okay. Speaking of performing, I want you to read some stuff today. We have some really good articles. You want a much more intelligent take on what I just discussed? I need you to read Sam McEwen's Monday Rewind. Very intelligent. It gets into what we're talking about here. The dynamic with Nebraska's offense and how they're going about their business right now, but it's also going to be heavily predicated upon the defense getting the ball back to them, right? You cannot let an FCS team or anyone else control the time of possession that long. It's not a good recipe for Nebraska or any football team at this point. Read Sam's Rewind, very good. Also, an excellent article. Adrian Martinez, remember him? Of course you do. Had his first start this weekend for Kansas State. Jimmy Watkins went down to Manhattan and profiled that first weekend. This is a hell of an article. You're going to want to read it, because guess what you're going to find out? Yeah, Adrian Martinez is a class act. He had several wonderful things to say about Nebraska and the Nebraska fan base. Read that article today. It'll make you feel pretty good. And of course, I don't know a person who wouldn't wish Adrian Martinez well as he tries to lead Kansas State to a Big 12 title. Okay, what the hell's ahead? Here we go. It's Monday. Most of you are off work, not us. We got to do the work. Football Monday presser, Scott Frost, a bunch of players. We're going to have a whole bunch of stuff for you later today, noon, 1 o'clock, somewhere there. We'll flood it online. Spend part of your Labor Day reading, learning, right? Getting ready for this weekend. Tuesday, we'll hear from the coordinators, of course, Mark Whipple, Eric Shenander, what they thought of the old performance against North Dakota there. And then Wednesday, you've heard me crow about it at the beginning of the episode, Nebraska-Creighton Volleyball, CHI Center in Omaha. We're going to have some more episodes this week to get you locked in for that one. Go buy a damn ticket, pack that place to the gills, show everyone in the country what Nebraska volleyball means in this state to everyone involved. Should be a hell of a matchup. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. Enjoy your Labor Day. We're going to go do some press conference stuff. Keep it GBR, my friends, and remember, we are all just corn this way.